Hello friends, I am Sadhvi. Welcome to fourth lecture of C tutorial series. In this video, I will talk about input-output operations in C language. So without any further delay, let's start. There are three main functions of any program. It takes data as input, processes this data and gives the output. When we say input, it means movement of data into program from an input device like keyboard. And when we say output, it means movement of data from computer memory to output device like monitor. C language does not provide any facility for input-output operations. The input-output is performed through a set of library functions that are supplied with every C compiler. These functions are formally not a part of the language, but they are considered standard for all input-output operations in C. The set of library functions that performs input-output operation is known as standard input-output library. There are several header files that provide necessary information in support of the various library functions. These header files are entered in the program using the #include directive at the beginning of the program. For example, if a program uses any function from the standard input-output library, then it should include the header file stdio.h as #include less than stdio.h greater than. Less than greater than are the special characters. Similarly, there are other header files like math.h, string.h, alloc.h that should be included when certain library functions are used. A simple method for taking the data as input is to give the value to the variable by the assignment statement. For example, as you can see on your screen, in first statement 2000 value is assigned to basic variable, and in second statement a single character y is assigned to ch variable. But in this way we can give only particular data to the variable. The second method is to use the input function scanf, which takes the input data from the keyboard. In this method, we can give any value to the variable at runtime. For output, we use the function printf. The functions scanf and printf make use of conversion specifications to specify the type and size of the data. Each conversion specification must begin with a %sign. Some of them as you can see on your screen. Let's take an example. The basic data types in C are int, float, char, etc. In order to input or output the specific type, the syntax is changed with a specific format specifier of that type. For example, %d is used for decimal integer, %f is used for floating point number, and %c is used for character variable. In this video, we will discuss about the input functions scanf and getchar and output functions printf and putchar. C provides scanf library function for entering input data. This function can take all type of values. This function should have at least two parameters. First parameter is a control string which contains conversion specification character. It should be within double quotes. The conversion specification character may be one or more. It depends on the number of variable we want to input. The other parameters are addresses of variable. In the same way, output data can be written from computer memory to the standard output device using printf function. With this function, all type of values can be written as output. In this function, the control string contains conversion specification and text. It should be enclosed within double quotes. The name of the variables should not be preceded by the ampersand sign. Now let's understand this concept with an example. In this example, #include stdio.h defines that this program is using the library functions of stdio header file. The main function is necessary for every C program. The third line int I defines a variable I. The fourth line is displaying message on the screen asking the user to input a value. The fifth line is reading a value entered by the user. Here %d is a conversion specification that specifies that input variable is of integer type and it is enclosed within double quotes, and ampersand is used to point the address of the variable I. The next line is displaying the number as output. The getChar and putChar can be used for character input-output. GetChar reads a single character from the standard input and putChar outputs one character at a time to the standard output. Now let's take an example. In this example, the fifth line, that is C is equal to getChar, is taking a character as input and stores it in variable C. And the next line, putChar C, is displaying the character stored in variable C. That's all for today. I will back with my next video on operators in C.